Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
Hello world, my name is Leo and today we are continuing the Slay the Princess file. Where we last left off, we had accidentally gone down the nightmare route. Well, first off, we tried to go back and see through the stranger's eyes, and we ended up meeting the stranger in the heart of the shifting mound, and we opted to let her kill us so that we could continue the loop over and over. And we ended up getting an entirely new ending from that. And then we accidentally went down the nightmare route again, and we remained with the nightmare and unlocked the moment of clarity. And then we did something entirely new where we went down without the blade and then went back to retrieve the blade, and we ended up getting the beast and the den through fighting back. So now we're going to continue.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yep.
And at the end of that path is a...
Alright, so we're going to do something different today. I think, because I've heard so much about it, we are going to... Well, not so much about it, but I've heard it's really good. It's all I've heard. I think we're going to try to go for Damsel Chapter 3 today. Because, like, in terms of first options, we've exhausted a lot of the big ones, like the big combinations. Like, the combinations of going down with or without the blade, and, like, slaying, leaving her down there, or not slaying. We've kind of exhausted the big ones. I know there are first level princesses that I have not found that are probably hidden behind, like, more specific variations of, like, choosing the dialogue options. But in terms of just the preliminary ones of, like, the blade and then not slaying, leaving her, or slaying, I think we've kind of covered the different combinations. So I want to go into the Damsel, and I want to explore some new combinations there and see if we can unlock Chapter 3 for that. So I'll be right back once we get to that. Alright, so I'm going to say, I'm here to save you.
How many times do
I'll see what I can do. I'm going to check upstairs.
Okay.
I do wonder what would happen if I said slay the princess, but no, I want to get to the damsel, so...
Stop that.
Warn her. Resist.
Move.
Okay.
Before she will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Haha. Yes, welcome back, Smitten. Wait, why can I not skip this?
Excuse me?
Oh, because I had done a different dialogue option before that got this through.
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Yes, that is what's going to happen. The power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Smitten, gonna need you to shut up. We're trying to be discreet about this.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
We're just going to... I wonder what would happen if I took the blade. But I really want to see what happens if I do the other thing. So we're going to enter the basement.
The door to
My
the
love,
basement creaks open,
I'm back, my
revealing an
love.
intricate
I
stairway.
definitely don't have any
Gold-trimmed
ulterior
carpet
motives.
glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost
Oh, I think we're in
seems-
love.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
We've gotten this dialogue before, haven't we?
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just
Interesting.
remember,
I thought I had gotten
her
that dialogue
charms
before.
are all part of the manipulation.
Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? Oh, okay. Maybe it's because I didn't say anything the last time.
That's right, villain. And and you killed us.
Okay, so that one line was new. This is not. So let me do the same dialogue option I did before.
I'm okay with whatever you...
What happened after I
died?
died? But before we started talking and did the world end, no. I guess let's explore a little bit more here. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Oh, that is, that's not a good sign.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Smitten, you gotta listen. Smitten, I think we may be in trouble.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Should I have ended the world? I don't know. Would that have made her happy? I have no feeling one or the other. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay. Got it.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
That's not how that works. It's so interesting that, like, we got the impression from the first run, apparently, like the first go-round, that she is beauty and grace, and she will do anything to make us happy. Like, she is our love incarnate. Like, I feel like what happened before this, Smitten is like taking it to the extreme. And maybe all the voices are like that. Maybe it's like the extreme of all of our actions. Like the extreme case scenario, the extreme possible feelings that we could have been feeling in that moment.
Not so sure.
Yeah, I'm not so sure either. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Shush, narrator. We're in love.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Thank you, princess. I truly appreciate that.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Just a little. It's okay.
That's because she's perfect.
Yes, we're manifesting that.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
We don't know. We wouldn't have known this, but we know she doesn't. I think it was in the dialogue with the shifting mound that she doesn't have a narrator.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Yeah, like, because the narrator, it wouldn't make sense. Because the narrator is the echo of whoever created the construct and trapped the princess to begin with. So it wouldn't make sense for the princess to have a narrator. So yeah.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Actually, in a way, we are her narrator. Like, we are like dictating her every like change. So in a way, like, we are her, like, the horrid little voice driving her to violence. All right, rescue the princess.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body?
Yep. What do we do now? What do you want to do? Okay, here it goes. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Probably not.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt.
I'm gonna let this
love
play
in his
out.
heart.
But I wonder what she will do if she's like if we force her to try to come up with what would make her happy instead of what makes us happy. Because that's not like real if it ends up being like that. So let's see what happens.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Okay.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
This is a really funny line.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
Okay.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
All right, we're about to see what happens.
And then she shrugs.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Oh. Why did the music do that, huh? Why is the music doing that, huh? Why is the music doing that? Why did her eyes all of a sudden get like super big?
She can't just want to make us happy.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I'm actually going to turn my headphones down because what the music's doing right now, I hate. So hang on. I want you to tell me what you want, but what would make you happy? You have to want something more than just making me happy, but you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. I want you to make me unhappy. Do you want to end the world? This isn't right. Let's just get out of here. I'm actually getting goosebumps right now. But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Oh, why is her art style changing? Why is she becoming like more and more, like even her hands are like, what's going on with her hands?
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
I don't think I think she might actually be broken. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Oh my gosh. This is, maybe I should have saved. It's so funny. I always save too late, and I don't know why. It's like, and someone pointed out in the comments, I haven't had the chance to respond to it yet, but I agree. It's like, why do I always think to save after I've already made the choice? Like, I've already, like, committed to this route. I should have saved previously. Well, I guess I did technically save previously. I saved at the very beginning, like, last time before I went down this route. But it's like, why do I always save, like, at what feels like the wrong times? I have felt that every single time.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
Yeah, this is not right. I remember the gallery is like, she's definitely changing.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
No, maybe it's like she's now devoted her entire personality to just making us happy, and it's like she's nothing else. So we have all of the other dialogue options, but then we have this one. So I think I'll just do this. Okay, clearly something is happening here, and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt, and we just figure out a way to be happy together.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Interesting. Maybe I did save it a good time.
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
Huh.
I guess we could do that.
Okay, maybe I saved at the perfect time.
Oh, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable.
I don't... Huh.
But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
Oh. And now the music's gone entirely.
No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
Smitten? Smitten, I don't like what you're saying. There are some implications of what you're saying. I don't think I like what you're putting down. Can you not do whatever it is you're about to do?
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Oh, I think we might do that. I think we might do it.
Oh, but I do.
Smitten, give me back control. Give me back control.
What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us.
Is the hero really clueless about what's about to happen?
Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever.
Well, we're about to traumatize the princess. We are about to... So, what would possibly be after this? The princess would just be traumatized by this. She would, like, this is abuse. This is psychological. I don't know. I have no idea I know what's about to happen, but I have no idea what's about to happen.
You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Great. Thanks, Smitten. Love this for us.
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
You're right, we can't.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
Oh, it looks like he is now. He has taken over. He has taken control from me, just like the narrator did.
And yet, it's done, isn't it?
It is.
It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch.
This is, okay. Yep, we're doing that, huh?
Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened, threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Oh, we are destroying our body. Is this what would happen, kind of, if we, like, did that in front of the shifting mound? This is not... This is... this is something.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
That... Well. Okay. Well, this is what we've done, huh? Maybe it would have been better if we had just kept breaking her with what do you want to do. Maybe that would have been better. But we're here now, and I've saved. I can go back, but yeah.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something.
Oh, God. Ew.
It's beautiful.
Is it?
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
So I wonder if this is the chapter 3 that was added in the Pristine Cut that is supposedly really good. Or if maybe it's something else. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Epilogue, happily ever after.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin. Maybe this isn't the chapter 3. I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. I wasn't expecting an epilogue.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's because, you know, things happened. I guess there's not really any point in saving. I haven't had a dialogue option in a while, so yeah.
We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time.
Yeah, we should probably tell him everything that happened because Smitten took control. Smitten has fully taken control away from me.
Not that he was eager to divulge that.
Oh, Paranoid. You're here. Welcome. Visiting from the nightmare route. Are we gonna get some heart, lungs, liver, nerves? Although we no longer have our heart, so...
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! I can't say I'm happy to be here. This is a bad place. All stale and wrong. Can't you feel it?
Oh yes, something tells me as soon as we proceed, everything is gonna go extremely poorly. Heck, maybe Smitten has separated. Oh. That could be it. Maybe Smitten has separated himself. And that's why he hasn't talked yet.
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes?
Yeah, we know.
We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
Yeah, where is... Did Smitten actually separate himself?
The other one? Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say, absent.
Oh, he did. Oh my gosh.
Right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time.
No, that's not how that works.
Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are.
It's okay, Paranoid. You're not a bonus voice.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now.
Sure, go ahead. Well, don't you want to know what happened last time?
The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there?
Nope.
That's not good.
Did Smitten take the blade? Does it matter if the blade's here? We didn't use it last time, and the time before that she used it to kill us.
I see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options.
Yeah, Smitten is taking control.
Yes, and it's an important one. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right. But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
Okay. So none of you are going to talk about the mirror?
Oh, I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on, like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do. Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work? You better not do it again.
I would hope not.
Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone.
I don't know if that's lucky or not.
Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement. Well, there it is, right in the middle of the room. It feels like it's watching us.
It's waiting for us.
Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
What happens if we turn around? Is there a door? What happens if I turn around and... What happens if I turn around and leave?
As you foolishly turn to leave the cabin and abandon the world to its ruination, you're... Oh, isn't that convenient? As you turn around, you're faced with a solid wall. There isn't a way out. It would appear that you're stuck here until you find a resolution to our princess problem.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious.
Yes, it's very convenient, isn't it?
You bet.
I assure you, I'm just as surprised as you are. Can't you hear the relief in my voice? I wouldn't be relieved if I was the one who set this up. I would have known you were stuck here from the beginning. Look, it doesn't matter who put that wall there, because it's there. The only thing for you to do now is find the princess and, ideally, find your weapon while you're at it.
Yep.
With nowhere to go but forward, you turn back around, leaving the non-existent exit behind you.
So yeah, that's a thing. Let's go ahead and approach the mirror.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. Is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves?
Sure, why not? Reach forward.
You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle.
And it's gone.
It's gone. I don't like things disappearing on us. I don't like how fluid reality seems to be.
Yeah, well... reality is just not a thing anymore.
Neither do I. And then you
Alright.
push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed.
We can indeed.
It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet.
So is Smitten in the heart? Do we have our heart right now or no? Did we duplicate a new one or did that carry over?
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, it doesn't like it at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm.
You're welcome. This is funny.
Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice, exitless house doesn't mean that she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature.
Is Smitten going to call down the stairs this time?
Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature? That is precisely why she poses a threat.
If I hadn't already did my thoughts so far video, I wouldn't know what that meant. But I can read between the lines with that.
I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning. No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
Alright, yeah, I know exactly why narrator would want to cut us off from that line of thinking.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets.
But yeah, I can understand that.
Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice.
Dinner does sound nice. I'm terrified, but dinner does sound nice.
That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Okay.
And don't eat the food.
Probably a good call. Proceed up the stairs.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the centre of the room, the princess seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy.
I don't think it'll... no. Do you not see this?
Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. I wonder if she ate Smitten. I wonder if she absorbed Smitten.
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Okay.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
Why are you still asking me? What is this place? Actually, I'm going to save. And I'll overwrite this since there's no point in keeping this one. What is this place?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted? Like, who decided that? Who said this was supposed to happen? What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
Flames burn bright, and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Okay, I'm very curious about where this is going.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Why don't you eat? Actually, I wonder if Smitten is holding her hostage. Because, like, in this frame, she looks scared. I wonder if Smitten is holding both of us hostage.
Remember what I said. Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned?
Maybe.
I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem. For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Okay. Refuse her hospitality or eat. Huh. Either one seems bad. I'm more inclined to eat. Because, you know, I don't want to refuse her hospitality. But I've saved. Right? Yeah, that's a good set of dialogue options to save on. So the narrator and Paranoid are both telling me to not trust this. It's a genuinely difficult choice because I don't know. Either way seems bad. It feels like if I eat, I feel like it's almost like I'm giving in to something fake. But if I refuse her hospitality, it might hurt her beyond what is, because I still don't know the full situation of what is going on. Tentatively, because I can always reload, I'm gonna eat and see what happens.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading.
Okay.
The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue.
It's lovely.
You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels.
Don't like that.
This really is perfect, isn't it?
I doubt that.
It is the best meal you've ever had.
Cool. Glad I got to... Can't wait to reload. Cool, I got to try it at least once.
But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Huh?
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
Okay.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you.
Oh.
The food is good. Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already.
Yeah. And I don't have control anymore.
And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
Oh boy.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
Okay. This is... Okay. So is this trying to parallel to relationships where the two people are trying to pretend to be happy, but they're actually not? But neither of them want to acknowledge that something needs to change in order for them to actually be happy? Princess, do you know what the definition of insanity is? Wasn't as good as last time. So it's, yeah, falling out of love. And then, of course, both the princess... My prediction would be that both the princess and I will want to get up from the table because eventually we will grow tired of eating the same food over and over and not being fulfilled. But then Smitten is going to want us to keep going and going and going because he is convinced that all we need is to keep doing the same thing and we'll be happy. And so in a way, Smitten is holding us hostage. Our deepest feelings, what we think is love, is actually what's holding us hostage. And that's why it's not the voice of love. It's the voice of the smitten, which is not the same thing.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again.
Except it's not new.
The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
I think it is.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
Yep. The next time it's gonna fill, it's gonna be like bodies or something.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever.
Except what if that is what we're going to be stuck doing?
Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
Princess, what's your take on the situation?
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Who are you talking to? You don't seem to be looking at me.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. And again you eat.
And this time it's going to taste terrible.
The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing.
Alright.
I am so tired of eating.
Yup.
At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
This is so, like... This is so on the nose when it comes to the metaphor that it's paralleling, but in a good way. Like, the metaphor is extremely clear. To anyone who has had experience with relationships before, or anyone who has fallen out of love, this metaphor and this dialogue, it's a really good metaphor. But something has to break. Something has to change. At some point, we both have to agree to get up from the table. The question is Smitten going to let us?
I'm so tired of this.
Me too.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
Smitten, what are you doing?
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
Is this going to be abuse? Is this actually going to be, like, psychological abuse?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not.
Smitten, you have to let us out.
As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
Excuse me, get up. I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say. I'm almost out of save slots.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
Oh boy. You said he. Who is he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
Smitten, what are you doing?
It all makes sense now. It's him, isn't it? He's making all this happen. He's the one who trapped us here.
Yup.
Who?
Smitten.
The lovesick one. The one from last time. He's not gone.
He's in the
He's
shadow.
just with her now. He's the
Trying to
shadow.
help a nervous friend. Yep. Do I want to go down this road? Hey, Smitten. You were real chatty last time. Don't you have anything to say?
Smitten?
Yeah.
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response.
Okay.
No, I saw him smile. That's him.
Yup.
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
Well, we have to get up from the table. This has to end.
He says his words are just for me, but he wants me to ask, isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired. I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
Huh. Huh. It is the extreme, isn't it? Smitten is doing this because he thinks it's what I wanted. But it isn't. His feelings took over. I didn't have control. I guess, like, at the end of the day, it would have been on me to control those feelings, but because I indulged them too much, he made me do something that I didn't want to do. Is that the continuation of the metaphor? Well, we ate. What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game.
I like games.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
Yeah. Except I should be getting up from the table.
The flames roar, and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
Is this going to keep going to where it's like, the pieces look ugly, the rules are so complicated that you don't even want to play anymore? It becomes Monopoly.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
But I'm still putting off the inevitable.
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's
Leaving.
the real game. And I feel like I'm 2 steps behind. You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun.
Am I going to go down this
You
route?
and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Is this also going to keep downgrading?
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
What? Why would you think that?
And so you start over.
Oh. So is this like we're trying to make it perfect and we're not doing it right? And oh my gosh. Oh, the metaphors. This is a really good depiction of if this is what I have heard was really good, I agree. This is really good.
Time passes. You play the game. You win.
Nice.
Hey! Will you look at that?
Nice job, me.
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Why would we do that? Playing the same game over and over gets boring after a while. You really want to play Monopoly a third time? Right after we just got done playing?
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Okay. Now's the perfect time to stop, because now we both have a win under our belt.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
We need to get up from the table. We need to get up from the table.
There is a long pause. and the board does not reset.
Oh boy, we can't rely on our shadow anymore? What is he good for? Gosh darn it, I didn't want to have to reset the board myself.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
Is another torch going to go out?
It's never going to stay fun.
Yeah.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
It doesn't though. The torches are still up.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah, that's definitely...
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again.
So this seems like... I wonder if this is supposed to all represent relationships as a whole, or like different aspects of the relationship. Like the food is like kind of like the routine in a relationship, I think. That's kind of like the vibe I was getting for it. This seems kind of more like a metaphor for like sex. Although I guess there are multiple ways that it could probably be interpreted, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this. It'd be as, you know, like adding more rules, more pieces, like making it fun. Like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But like at some point we just have to acknowledge that this isn't what either of us want. And the only thing getting in the way from us actually being happy is our feelings.
The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew.
When will I have another choice?
And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life.
I mean, that's good. We've put a band-aid on a gaping wound.
But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
I'm tired. I should say I'm tired.
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
I don't blame you.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
Smitten?
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is... awful.
Yeah, it is.
I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to ourselves.
We still have plenty of light. Any good relationship should be based around clear communication and a willingness to understand the other person's feelings. I don't know if burying the feelings is necessarily the right option, but it is certainly causing a lot of problems. I don't know if saying this out loud is going to be... Here, I'll just save. I don't know if saying it out loud is going to be the correct way of going about this. But this, in any other situation, would be a good question to ask. So I'm going to ask it. Are you actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
We need to, though. We need the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel.
I don't feel anything.
And that's okay.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
We go on our way. Don't worry about what's going to happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
Okay.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
And... yeah.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
Thank you for telling me.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
Are you okay?
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
No, it feels like an important part of me is gone. But I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick up the pieces.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Of course. The music here is really good. You know, it's really interesting. I'm reminded of, like, I just got a flashback to something that happened with my first relationship, to where we had been dating for a little while, and towards the end of the relationship, we started falling apart for a few different factors. And I was like, it was a really interesting thing to figure out emotionally. And it was hard because, like, I had told her that I had loved her. But, like, towards the end of the relationship, I really, like, started to question that, because I was like, if I am feeling this way, like, was what I was feeling before actually love? And I started questioning a lot about what love actually means, and what love means to me, and whether or not I had actually felt it throughout the relationship. And very much, like, a lot of things happened at the end of the relationship to make me realize that we had to stop. But something that happened was, I did tell her that I didn't think I loved her, because at the time I really didn't know if I did or not. And I think about that moment a lot, because I do think it hurt her. I don't think there was any chance of saving the relationship. The relationship was very much, it was something that needed to end. But I think about that moment a lot, and I still question, like, whether even that was true. I think back and I'm like, did I love her? Or did I not? And, like, I wish her the best. I hope she's doing well. But I think I question a lot about whether or not I regret saying that. Sometimes I do, because sometimes I feel like that had to have been love. Otherwise, why did we stay together for as long as we did? Why did we, like, there was a time where we truly enjoyed each other's company and everything like that. But, like, in that moment, when I actually said it, and, like, at the end of the relationship, I don't know. Maybe depending on the time, both could have been true. So maybe at one point it was real, and then it wasn't. But at the time when I said that, I was questioning whether or not it was real at all. So I think I'm going to say, I know this is a fictional game with fictional characters, and it's all up to interpretation. If I, putting myself in the long quiet shoes, I would like to think that there was a point where it was real. And like ending like this, I feel like I would like I'd still care. Being in love with someone and caring about someone are not the same thing. So I'm going to say, of course I do. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I still care about you, too, so maybe this wasn't all bad.
Maybe. But it does have to end.
But I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think we need to go.
I agree. I think it's best if we leave. Yeah, I think it's best if we leave.
You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It's already over.
It does, if he's telling the truth.
Narrator?
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
Trying to force a relationship to keep going. Trying to keep walking forward when the road ended long ago.
Really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it?
No.
Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance.
So, I wonder... Maybe the narrator realizes he's forcing it too? Maybe he is realizing that... Or maybe he is beginning to think that maybe he is fighting for something that's already dead.
And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
Is the long quiet not going to close in?
The stars are so beautiful.
A quiet moment passes over you. A comfortable quiet. I will say, just in case there was any confusion, the relationship that I talked about before did not end nearly as amicably as this. But yeah, it felt like a good story to tell because yeah, it did remind me a lot of that. Especially like when she asked, "Do you still care about me?" And I was definitely overthinking, like, what is the best answer to give? Like, would it hurt less to say that I didn't care about her? Would it make things better to say I did? If I said I did, would it make it sound like I was trying to hold on to our feelings, even while things were in the process of ending? I don't know. In the end, I don't think it's wrong to still care about someone, even if you know that things aren't the same as they once were.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
Okay. She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move, a soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretch to their limits, only the tenuous grasp of your hand in hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
I meant it. Share a dance with your happy ending.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides. All of me is...
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Share your happy ending with her, an honest heart.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Well, not gonna lie, almost teared up, maybe. It was really beautiful. I almost half expected for credits to roll. I was disappointed when the long quiet came and took her. I certainly wasn't expecting to feel the need to share my own experiences regarding love during this Let's Play. But then again, this game is all about perception. And our perception can be based on our experiences. I have learned a lot more about myself. And I'd like to think that I've learned a lot more about love since that particular relationship. And even then, I am definitely not the same person that I was when I was in that relationship. And this was really awesome because, like, one thing that I love about playing video games is seeing how other people depict and explore and interpret different concepts and themes, from existence to love to purpose to philosophy, the world around us, stuff like that. I don't know if you guys would have ever heard of this game, but Haven, a game that I reviewed for the channel, one of the reasons why I ended up loving it so much was because of its genuinely sincere depiction of love. Love is an extremely interesting and integral part of our lives. And seeing this depiction here, I liked it a lot. Of course, the entire game is a love story. And it's brilliant in the way that it lets you interpret what's right and what's wrong, what love means to you. It so incredibly interweaves your own perception with the theme of perception and how that affects love. And that was brought to light really well here. And like, the metaphor might have felt on the nose, but especially that last bit, that felt genuine. That was worth seeing. That might be my favorite part of the game. We'll see. But yeah, that's all the time I have for today, unfortunately. I have somewhere I have to be in less than 10 minutes that I gotta leave for. So when we come back, we'll do something else. I feel like in any other Let's Play, if that had been an ending, I probably would have ended it there. Like, I probably would have ended the entire Let's Play there. But yeah. When we come back, maybe we'll explore more of the Spectre route. Maybe we'll explore more of the Beast route. Maybe we'll see if we can get another first princess if we, like, wait instead of venturing into the shadows. Or maybe we can go back down the Damsel route and see what happens if we fully break the princess with getting into an argument of, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Unless it just leads back to that same thing. And beyond that, we shall see. So thank everybody so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be notified of when I upload a new part of the files of the archives, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, as well as leave a like or comment if you so desire. Thanks again. Tell someone you love that you love them. And remember to cherish that feeling. And I will see you next time.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.